Good evening and welcome. U.S. President Donald Trump, the sitting U.S. President inaugurated January 20th, 2025, has made a decisive move into California's upcoming gubernatorial race, a strategy that could inadvertently empower the Democratic Party. This development unfolds amidst escalating threats against Iran and a somber warning about potential democratic instability. On Tuesday, April 7th, President Trump publicly endorsed Republican Steve Hilton, a former Fox News moderator, for California governor. This decision reportedly went against advice from within his own party. President Trump lauded Hilton on Truth Social as a fine guy. This endorsement precedes the critical June 2nd primary, which will narrow the field to two candidates for the November general election. The race is particularly open as incumbent Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom cannot seek a third term, leaving no clear Democratic favorite. Republicans had hoped a divided Democratic field would allow two of their candidates to advance, but President Trump's intervention risks consolidating the vote, potentially freeing up Democratic campaign funds. Recent polls show Hilton slightly ahead of other candidates. Adding to the gravity of current events, United States historian Timothy Snyder issued a stark warning this Tuesday, April 7th. In an essay and a thread on X, Snyder, an expert on Eastern Europe and author, cautioned about a possible next coup attempt by President Trump. He outlined scenarios for democracies falling into authoritarian rule, notably suggesting President Trump might engineer a domestic crisis during a conflict with Iran, perhaps via a provoked or staged false flag attack attributed to Tehran. This warning aligns with President Trump's escalating rhetoric against Iran. On Monday, April 6th, President Trump renewed threats of massive airstrikes, stating at a White House press conference that the whole country could be wiped out in one night, and that night could be tomorrow. He has extended an ultimatum to Tehran expiring Tuesday, April 7th at 8 p.m. local time, threatening to destroy power plants and bridges if the Strait of Hormuz is not reopened by the deadline. Internationally, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is slated to visit Budapest, Hungary on Tuesday, April 7th, just days before the Hungarian parliamentary elections. He will hold bilateral talks and a press conference with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Later, Vice President Vance will speak at a campaign event with Prime Minister Orban. This visit is crucial for Prime Minister Orban, who faces polls suggesting he might lose the upcoming election. Orban has strong ties with President Trump. Finally, President Trump made a public appearance on Easter Sunday, April 5th, dispelling health speculation that arose from an empty public schedule on Saturday, April 4th. Despite rumors of serious illness, the 79-year-old was seen on a golf course in Virginia, not at a church service. He also used the occasion to intensify his rhetoric against Iran, threatening drastic measures. His absence from Easter services and his harsh stance on Iran drew significant criticism, particularly from opposition Democrats. What's your take on Trump's California gambit and escalating Iran threats? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.